Okay, here we got this fraction problem. 1/5 plus x over 4 equals -4/5. We're going to find the common denominator and change all the fractions into equivalent fractions with common denominators. We want to turn it into, the common denominator 4 and 5 is 20. If you count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20. Count by 4s, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. You'll find 20 is the number that's on, the first number that's on both lists. So we turn them into 20. It's 5 times 4 to get 20, so 1 times 4 to get 4. 4 times 5 to get 20, so x times 5 to get 5x. And of course, 5 times 4 to get 20, so -4 times 4 to get -16. Now, we're gonna cancel out this divided by 20 on all of them by multiplying both sides by 20. 20 times everything on this side goes inside the parentheses. The number you're multiplying by to the left, out front to the left. This is a standard I expect you to follow, is to, when you're multiplying both sides of an equation, you put the number you're multiplying by first to the left, and then parentheses and everything that's there inside, equals the number we're multiplying by, 20, and everything inside the parentheses that is on that side. By the way, fractions, we're going to use 2 lines for fractions unless you're really neat about it. I will individually approve you to write it on 1 line if you're super neat and it's easier to read. Otherwise, take up a full line for each digit in the numerator and the denominator, 2 full lines for fractions, okay? If it's a whole number, it goes on the first line. So 20 times all of this equals 20 times all of this. And when you distribute, 20 times this cancels out that divided by 20, giving you just the 4. 20 times this cancels out that divided by 20, giving you just plus 5x. And this multiplied by 20 cancels out that divided by 20, leaving you -16. Now it's a 2-step problem. Before undoing this times 5, we have to undo this plus 4 with a -4. Write everything that's there, -4 equals everything that's there, -4. This positive 4 and this -4 undo each other and cancel out, leaving just the 5x. And this -16, you're already down 16, you go down another 4, now you're down 20, -20. 5x equals -20. And what's happening to x? It's being multiplied by 5, so you undo it with a divided by 5. 5x divided by 5 equals -20 divided by 5. If you do it to one side, you do it to the other, okay? This equals 1, so 1x or x equals, this is a negative divided by a positive, which is a negative, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. X equals -4. Let's try it. Original equation, second line, that does not get changed. The only thing that gets rewritten differently is wherever there's a variable, you put a parentheses in it, okay? The parentheses around that -4. 1/5 plus -4 over 4 equals -4 over 5. Now, this is already, on the right-hand side, is already just -4/5. So we don't need to do anything with that. We're going to resolve this left-hand side of the equation separately, so we can forget about that side for a minute. And we're just going to rewrite this side so they both have the same denominator, because this is what we need to add together. So what's the common denominator of 5 and 4? It is 20. So 1/5, it gets rewritten as 4/20ths, and -4 over 4, same number top and bottom, it's just that's negative, becomes 20 over 20. And since that's a negative, instead of saying plus a negative number, we just say minus that number, okay? And now we have 4 over 20 minus 20 over 20. And we're not canceling out this 20 now because this isn't changed into 20th, and this is just staying -4/5. So we say 4 over 20 minus 20 over 20. 4 minus 20 is -16 over 20. And this now simplifies. You can divide top and bottom by 4, and you get -4 over 5 equals -4 over 5. Check.